Hey everybody, thanks for joining me in this video. I appreciate it. And here back with another stack of bills, and $100 bills. And hey, let's see what we got. And first thing, just a pair of fives. Got a pair of nines here. Hope everybody's been doing well. Oh, look at all the twos there. Holy Hannah. I want to get some like five of a kind or something here. Pair of eights, nothing major. So here we got zeros everywhere. Yeah, nothing too major going on. We're finally starting to get a spring up in this north country here. So some of the lakes are starting to open up, which is kind of nice. So what do we got here? We got a pair of sevens. Nothing major there. Ones and fours. Obviously, it's the bookend thing. So, pair of sevens. And of course, we're looking for star notes. The elusive star notes. Let's see if we can't find us some today. Let's see. I'll get a little bit closer here. There we go. Pair of fives on that one. Pretty common to get some pairs, so that's not a big deal. What do we got here? Not much of anything. Yeah, so a pair of fours, pair of threes. Getting ready to get the old boat out ready for the lakes this year. Pair of sixes. We're gonna start my fishing YouTube channel down the road here too. So I'm going to let y'all know about that as we get closer. So me and my grandkid, we could go out. We're going to go out and talk smart and see if we can't entertain y'all. Pair of eights, pair of nines. Oh, look at there. Right off the bat, we got one here. Nice star note. And what do we got? 2013. You don't see a lot of those. Serial number, nothing major to write home about. It's got folds in it, so she was wore a little bit. Borders are a little off. So yeah, this one, yeah, definitely not a lot there. So, but the rareness factor is going to be the key thing right there. So checking that blue. For some reason, that blue strip looks a little goofy there. So someone trying to slip a fake on us. But hey, looks real enough for me. So the bank gave me a real one. So yeah, the bank. I'm still trying to talk to the president of that bank. I think I mentioned it in my last video. So what I do is I go to a bank and I try to go to different banks because I don't want to get the same notes back as I just took. If I went to the same bank, I'd probably get them back. But anyway, I had a certain bank tried to accuse me of money laundering. Of all things, just because I'm looking for star notes. And I'd have to say that security people there, the security people is sort of like a hammer. Everything looks like a nail. So they're on the watch for everything. So it's kind of funny, but I need to talk to the president of the bank to get their blessing, I guess, to continue to take bills there and trade them off. So just the interesting things I have to do to get these piles of bills, huh? Pair of nines on that one. What do we got here? 77, 87. Nothing much. Pair of deuces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're just one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a couple off from getting a complete straight there. That would have been kind of nice. So I'll have to keep you up to date and see if that bank will allow me to do trade-offs when I go take a stack of money in. Apparently, I have another bank. They told me a lot of people that do what I do looking for star notes, they usually come in with or they're looking for ones, dollar bills, or $2 bills. Apparently, 20s, 50s, or hundreds are considered to be a high roller, I guess. So it's a little harder on them to come and try to switch off. So I don't know. Kind of weird. Just in case anyone else was thinking about going looking for star notes, just to be aware. So let's see what else we can get. We got one star note. It's at that 1% level. That's kind of nice. We'll keep right at it. We got a pair of sevens. Nothing here. Yeah, just some of the things I do to keep these videos cruising, huh? Yeah. Pair of deuces, pair of zeros. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Pair of sevens. Yeah, if you think about it in your local area where you're probably at, you know, how many banks do you have that you can actually, if you wanted to do something like this, how many are in your local area that you don't have to go too far? So that's the way it goes. Yeah. And what else we got here? Pair of ones. There's an old bomber right there. On some of these older ones, I've never gotten a star note yet on them. So I'm looking though. This last old one is a 1996. And here we got a pair of ones there. And what do we got here? Not much there. Pair of eights, a pair of deuces. Yeah, it's funny. Security guards at banks are the people that run security, the ones that are looking for fraud or credit card fraud, that type of thing. Those are the ones that are always got an extra eye on something that isn't quite usual. So I guess they're doing their job. So pair of zeros. So it's kind of that's what my experience has been. So, but the bank presidents usually, if it's a smaller bank, I can talk to those guys and they're all right with it. So, pair of sixes, not much there. Not a lot on this. Not a lot of cool factor numbers on this stack so far. Hopefully we can run into one, but well, no, just when you say that, look at here. Got there's actually 5 4s and 2 6s on this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Finally got a cool looking note just when I say that. 3 9s on that one. And then there's 4 9s there. The stack was holding out on me. And look at there. Cool. Now we got here, what do we got? 2017A. We got a pair of deuces and a pair of ones. Not a bad looking bill. Folded several times. Looks nice, but again, I'm going to have to check on the rareness factor on this one. If he's rare, he could be worth some money because he ain't in too bad a shape. Good. Finally got a couple of them there. That's kind of nice. Again, and speaking of that, the last couple, or I think there was only one, and that one I did. The last one, let me get my paperwork out here. The last one I got was they originally ran 3.2 million, And they ended up rerunning the whole thing, 3.2 million. So they got rid of the whole batch that they ran that time. So it'd be kind of interesting to know what exactly happened there. So, but we got a pair of 4s and a pair of 8s on that one. So we've done good today. 3 5s. It's hard to find star notes. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and other times, it's hard to get them. Pair of 4s. And sometimes you get loaded with them. So, a pair of 11s. Or a pair of 1s. There's a pair of 5s there. And good. We are at the end of that batch. And there's our star notes. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. And I look forward to the next batch we're going to do. Please do the liking and the sharing and the subscribing and all the rest of it. And we shall talk to you again. Thanks.